Hello everybody, welcome back to Arthenex Plays Pillars of Eternity. As you may have noticed, we have moved a little bit. I took care of a couple of things between episodes. I went back to the inn, I rested, I came down to the blacksmith. I just wanted to look at his wares. We haven't done anything with him other than that. And I haven't bought anything, but I'm just about to. So,
Greetings.
Pause again. So we're going to take a look at his wares. And the only thing I'm going to buy right now is the rope and grappling hook. We sold off a bunch of stuff. So let's trade. Now, did that go into our stash? Or did we get that? There it is. Alright, give that to him. Okay, so I sold off some stuff, not a ton. I decided to go ahead and give my monk the flail and the rapier and see how she does with that. It's going to be a little bit less damage, but the flail has some pretty cool special effects that will hopefully make up for it. And then let's talk to this guy. We need to find that farmer guy, so we can finish the quest. All right, let's ask him about his stock being low. You mentioned something about your stock being low. We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the night livery for near on a week now. Haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road to our east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with the wagon for themselves, maybe, to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon, or my shipment at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Raedric. Tanatu glances at the nearby guard, and that's as it should be. But it doesn't leave us much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. Where was the wagon traveling from? We send the wagon up to New Haelmar with weapons, and it swings round through Logholm and like to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow and then north through the wilds. Had a trader come through with word they'd made it to Logholm, but hadn't heard a thing since. I'll find your supplies. Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back, and I'll have plenty more to offer you, a discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry it up, or they can take up farming instead. All right. More soul fragments. You see a man crouching, surreptitious and alone, a series of untamed shrubs, all that hides him from his vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delmigun, beautiful and terrible, eyes half-lidded as she hums. A bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage sits on her shoulder, trilling gently, and the man is entranced. Trembling, tentative, he stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Delmigun half smiles, beckoning with twig-like fingers. She does not speak as he approaches, his mouth dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting, and with agonizing slowness he is before her. Then something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his sides and begins to hiss, fingers suddenly claws, and eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes, and just as soon as she strikes, she is gone, the only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire nevertheless and begins to chant, but the words of a magical language of his own imagining, scribbled in maniacal shorthand, ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone, or something, but if there is something there, you do not see it. That was Harlan Orenson. This is Egan Steelcaller. You see a group of adventurers surrounded by a crowd of attacking Zarops. This man is with them, seemingly unconcerned by the battle, even detached from it, as he stands in the middle of his comrades, chanting, his expression bordering on elation. His voice is powerful and deep, booming out across combatants as a rich counterpoint to the chaos of their fighting. With every phrase, the battlefield changes. His allies glow with pulsing blue light, freezing the Zarops that surround him. A blazing pyre erupts from the ground, cutting and burning as the creatures and sending them scattering. One of the fallen Zarup suddenly explodes as 3 giant grubs call from its corpse to attack the remaining enemies. Yeah, I've been trying to do that, but the grubs don't seem to be crawling from the corpse. The man continues to chant, thoroughly enthralled in the joy of the moment. Finally, the creatures have been reduced to 1. His allies stand back as the man approaches it, still chanting. He removes his hammer and swings it at the Zarup. His phrase ends as the hammer connects with the head, punctuating the spell and bringing the song to an end. You have anything to say? That shifty little Orlin better watch himself. Oh, that must be this one. Hasn't been selling much, huh? Alright, well, let's see if we can find that Snegavan, or whatever his name was, guy. We can finish this quest. This. Swainer. Where do you suppose they would be at in this town? This thing, I think I collected that once before. Is it back again? Can I collect it again? That's the magistrate. Oh no, I think it was the thing over here that I collected. Maybe they're hanging out in the inn. He did mention that the Miller did mention that they were fond of ale. Let's take a quick look. Yep, here they are. Alright, we'll have a word.
Good day, stranger.
Don't know who you are, not much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. Smells like it, too. What if I told you Threadmill's changed his mind about his grain prices? What? You serious? The old man's listened to reason? About time. I told them he'd come around, but damn if he didn't take his time about it. Here, buy yourself a drink, now that we can afford it. Goes for you two as well. Drinks on me. Alright. So we got 565 experience for finishing that part of the task. Okay. Not enough to level up, though. Alright, well, let's go have a word with the magistrate. I think we're just about done with this town. But, of course, he might have different ideas. Can I get over and around up there? Yeah, I can. Look at my character screen. I'm benevolent now, as well as passionate.
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands.
Yeah, well,
It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
Radric, huh? I'll try and remember how that's pronounced. Tell me about Lord Radric. Comes from a line of nobles who defended these lands since Aedir times. Radric II was an early supporter of Deerwoodian independence during the Revolution, and the current Lord's father perished in the Saints' War. Hollowborn began appearing in the Deerwood shortly after the war's end. Lord Radric has taken it upon himself to purge the curse from Gilded Vale. His measures have been severe, but necessary. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to have been enough to protect his heir. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Sounds like a desperate, troubled man. Alright, well. So, where are we off to? You go back to the Valewood and kill the wolf and the bear. This is where the next part of the main quest is. This is the city. The blacksmith asked us to go east. Maybe we'll do that. Go east. Oops, we missed a turn. I'm supposed to go down that way. Gilded Vale hero, moderately good. So the local folk like us anyway, even if the Lord is probably none too pleased with us. Is this the way east? Oh no. Too far to the north. Oh wait. There it is. Alright. The Esternwood. We can also go back to the Valewood. Are we ready to take on that bear yet? Perhaps not. Interesting. Okay. East to Roderick's Hold. West to Gilded Vale. Radrick's Hold, I should say. Where's the Black Meadow? There's a deer. This is a small map. Oh, these guys. I saw something about them in the journal page. Apparently, they tried fusing animal souls into Hollyborn children to help them live, but it was not a success. These are the results of those experiments. All right. There's quite a few of them. Okay. No wounds yet.
Hey.
We should try knocking down that one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is you. Sorry. You engaged by anything? No. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have enough chance yet.
Yes.
I'll take it back. Just attack.
Aye?
You can use this. Another one, huh? Alright, now you've got some wounds. Can we go to... Isn't there like a slow... Okay, half speed is S and double speed is D.
Of course.
Okay. Have to start using that in combat. Oh, more of this vessel flesh. There's the road. Something there? I think so. Okay. Anything north of the road? These carvings glisten with fresh sap. Anything that way. Oh, here's a way up. Sort of building skeleton.
Have to try something else.
Sword and a medium shield. Slash that.
Silves
Oh, a bunch more skeletons. We got a dwarf, Orland skeleton archer.
How may I help?
I'm gonna actually retreat a little bit.
Hey.
Set up like a defensive pyramid. Okay, it's a little bit better.
Eh? Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes. Got him.
checks don't seem to be much of an issue. Not nearly as difficult as the enemies I faced on the Crypts.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a pike. It's very similar. It just does piercing damage instead of crushing damage. I'll keep the crushing damage for now, but I will take the pike. That can be stashed. That can be stashed, and that can be stashed.
Yeah.
And you have a hunting bow. What's this? Okay. That can be stashed. This I'm going to give to you so you have some sort of ranged weapon. For your off weapon. Second weapon set.
Hey,
in case we get in a situation where you can't melee for whatever reason. We found ourselves a graveyard up here. Who is this poor fellow? Dead adventurer. He's got a fine crossbow. Let's see. Alright, well, let's compare that with what you're currently using. So this is average speed, this is slow speed. This does quite a bit more damage, and it's fine. So it has +4 accuracy. It's probably worth using, even though it's got a slower attack speed. Do I have, like, weapons highlighted or something? Is that why everything else is grayed out? Oh, I do. Okay. Interesting. Well, it's nice you know that you can do that, but I don't actually want it for right now. Okay, you can use a fine crossbow instead of a regular warbow. I'm going to give the regular warbow to you in that case, instead of the hunting bow, and we'll give the hunting bow to you to have as a ranged attack weapon. What's this? Oh, memorials. Here lies in earth a root of hell, sent by Del's Indibble. Sourceless body damned himself to save the Lord the trouble. Chippy. Master of the Obsidian Order. Remembrance of those who gave their lives during the Golden Era. In a world where what we want is only what we want until it's ours, you sometimes get what is needed, so don't give up hope. It comes from the least expected place. The struggle is worth the effort. Who knows where dance will take the dreamer? About this. Wow, there's a lot of them. Knew too much. So you know, a risk assessor. Nothing is achieved without risk. You just have to assess the risks, and your name might still end up on a tombstone. Lucky. These must be Kickstarter backers or something. Heresy Research Labs. We must move forward. Okay. There's still one more corner of this map that's unexplored. You know, it occurs to me this ring is probably much more useful for her than it is for me.
Hey, of course.
What do we have up here?
Quete silves miti.
More wicks. They're gonna line up and take their medicine. This is my monk.
Yes.
How may I help? You're not getting through me.
Oddly appropriate, considering he's holding the line against all
All
of
right,
them.
then.
Alright, that worked out well. What's this? A spear spiderling. Shouldn't be an issue,
Yeah.
but...
Quete silves miti.
That's my priest. You go there.
Huh?
You come up here.
How may I help?
You go there.
Oh?
Work with these guys.
Certainly.
Hey. All right, then.
Dash that.
Quete silves miti.
Spear spider. You're back to using your quarterstaff, right? Good.
Sure.
Okay, stack that. And what's this? Well, an arbalist. Two-handed, very slow. Does a ton of damage. This is an excellent first strike weapon. I will take that and use it. Ram horn helm. Stash that. I'll take the money and minus 20 fatigue for 600 seconds. I'll give that to you.
Huh?
Quick save. Just in case. What is this? A stag and a deer. They're just standing there. Totally unafraid of us. It's a little odd. What is this? Ooh.
Good day, stranger.
Hold, sir, but a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in a green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach. And at a closer distance, his features are revealed for those of a younger man, though lined with weariness. He appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there is a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. I do not know your purpose in traveling this road, friend, but I would warn you against it. He gestures up the path with a sweep of his arm. For the keep beyond belongs to that tyrant which calls himself Lord of Gilded Vale. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution, and so you are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might not help one another. Who are you? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The wheatstone shone like gold on the hills, and the village's people lived well. I don't know about the golden crops, but there were less flies anyway. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused the blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its people. Raedric looks to punish us for crimes we have not committed, and in turn he is blind to his own. I am not, and he will pay for what he has done. I, Kolsk, swear it by the flame. What is it that you want me to do? It is a grim task I ask of you, but I assure you there is no other option. Lord Raedric must be stopped. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Raedric's madness. He would cure Waidwin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defenses, intending on Raedric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under cover of night, but we were routed. There are dark creatures down there in the dungeons, the work of Raedric's animancer. It falls to you. Lord Raedric has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can. He's going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship it deserves. I'm not an aristocrat, so I can't do that. All right, sure. I commend you on your courage, and I thank you for your assistance, but I would not send you onward without due warning. Raedric's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Raedric. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will be all the more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise. If you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance to the sewers at the eastern edge of the moat. But several of my men were captured. It may be the entrance has been found and resealed. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend Nedmar. He is the high priest, Baratheon, now that the Shining God has fallen. A good man in difficult circumstances. He will listen to reason. Nedmar can help you reach Raedric, but he resides in the upper level of Raedric's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You will have to keep to the shadows if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. No sense in wasting resources where it's necessary. I'll keep your advice in mind. Spoken like a tactician. Keep your wits about you, and I'm sure you will prove the victor. I await word of your success. I wonder if we can actually do that, or if it's going to be too challenging for us. I kind of like to have more than one camping supplies before I go in there. Well, we can at least try. If it's too hard, we can always do something else and come back later. Alright, well, we've arrived at Raedric Hold. We're not fatigued, so we're in pretty good shape. But I'm going to end this episode here. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider liking the video. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you want to see all the stuff I put out all the time. Either way, though, I hope you all have a terrific day.